Everybody, welcome back to Wendy's Crafting Friends. I'm Jody and I'm here to do a bracelet using Sam's Bead Box Chateau and Bloom. And I kind of want to do like a regular strung beaded bracelet, but have like the little cha-cha on a chain by it too. But I want to use like all the leaves that came in here to do the cha-cha. So it might not be like a full-on cha-cha, but we're going to kind of play with it because there's a lot of beads that I can still use to fill it in. So we're going to do that today. I have quite a few things. So we're going to need most of our basic tools. I have some 20 gauge wire in gold. I have a little tiny bit of this green soft flex that we're going to use because there's so much green in this, and I think it would just be really cute to have that as well. And I will flip you around to show you all of the things on my table. It's not a lot, but we could add to it. I have all the rest of the stuff on standby, so we can add to it definitely if we need to. So I'm going to turn you around right now. Okay everyone, I'm back. So I do have all my tools here that I use pretty much all the time. My pliers, my cutters, my round nose, and my crimps for the crimp tubes. What we also have is, now bear with me. So, okay, first let me clear the air. I want to say thank you to those of you who either messaged me or left me a comment and told me what my mistake was with you know, naming off the beads. And because I was really confused, and I know you could probably hear it in my voice where I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. This looks like a gemstone. And I just couldn't seem to like pull it together and figure it out. I was totally lost. So thank you. And I'm so glad that you guys know your stuff too, and that you can let me know where I make my errors, and then I can giggle about it and we can move on. And I really appreciate you guys. I really, really do. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through and name off what we're gonna use. We have this green aventurine faceted oval that we're going to use. I have a couple of these check glass royal diamond mint opal mix that I don't know if we use one or if we use two. I brought both of them because that's what I have left. I have this 6-sided tube in rustic gold, 2 of those. I have 2 of the check glass barrels in yellow gold. I have whatever leaves and flowers I have left. I have 5 little of the bellflowers left. I have all 4 of my grape leaves, and I used some of the green leaves in a prior project, but I do have all my gold ones. So this is what we're going to use. And I brought some spacers from my own stash. And of course I have some head pins, crimp tubes, a large lobster clasp. I have some gold tone chain that we're going to use. We probably won't need a ton of it, so we're gonna start with this piece first to see what we actually end up needing. So let's go ahead and clear this off a little bit, and we can go ahead and get moving on that. So here's all our stuff that we want to use for our little dangly pieces on our chain. And I'll lay the chain out right here so we can just kind of figure it out. And I kind of want them all clustered together and not being a really big chunk. This is a big like scrap piece that I have here. So we're probably only going to need maybe about this much because I really want it to be full and on both sides. So the first thing we're going to notice is that these are drilled through the top like this. So you could either, if you could find a thin enough and big enough jump ring, you could definitely jump ring them, but then you have this big giant jump ring hanging off the top. So I'm just going to show you a little quick easy wrap to do. You don't have to do a full briolette wrap, but we're going to do one that's going to be partial, you know, little wrap, and then you'll be able to see how we can hang that from our chain. And then of course we're going to use head pins for the rest of these. So let's actually start with these because we're going to actually just hang them right on our chain. I'm going to cut, I have some of this 20 gauge Beaded German style wire that we're going to use, and I cut a big piece. So this is probably going to get, maybe if I'm careful, probably 4 of them done. And this is looks like it's about 12 inches of wire. So you can use thinner wire if you like. I pretty much, because I'm not a huge wire wrapping person. 20 gauge and 18 gauge are usually my go-tos. Unless I'm doing something big that needs to be really stable, then I might use a 16 or 14. But I have some 18 gauge in, 21 gauge or 22 gauge or something like that in my stash, but I don't use it very often. So let's go ahead and let's just get one of these on here right now. So we're going to just feed this through like so, in case you've never done this. And then we're going to take our long one and just, it's really long, long one, and just push it up kind of like we're gonna make a triangle. Okay, and then our short one, and like we're making a triangle. And actually we did make a triangle. So get it as close to the bead as you can without, but you don't want to wreck your bead either. So just be careful of that when you go to wrap and stuff like that. And then we'll take our pliers and we're just going to make that long one go straight up. So now we have the short one and then we have a long one going straight up. And then we're just going to take this short one and just do a little wrap around. You can wrap as much as you feel like you need to. I'm only going to do about 3 wraps around. So that's what it looks like. And then we're going to trim that off. Do you hear my door? Guess who's knocking already? All right, and then we can squish down our little piece. All right. Now you can either like put a bead right here. A lot of times I do, but I'm not going to for this one. Let me grab that door because they're gonna drive me crazy. Would you like in? Come on in, Lucy. Come on in, little girl. Mama, open the windows for you. All right. I really like having the windows open, you guys. It's pretty great. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our loop. So now I want to kind of be careful how I'm making it because I want to make sure that I'm going to hang it the right direction. So if I make my loop here, it's going to go around like this, which is actually going to be perfect. And then my leaves will hang in the right direction. If I make it from this side, my loop is going to be facing like this. So let's go ahead and do our little wrap loop. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna cut some of this off. We don't need all that. Leaving myself just a little bit because we don't need to make a big wrap, okay? We can leave it so it just kind of flip-flop just like that. It's fine. And then let's go ahead and put this right on the chain before we close it. Wrap those right on there so they don't go anywhere. And then we can grab a hold of our loop with our bent nose pliers. Sometimes it's easier said than done. There we go. And then we can use our other pliers to do our loop, to do our wrap, okay? And it can be a little bit, I usually have a hard time going over top of my other wrap. But then when I get down over top of it, I kind of just do it a little bit looser because it is secure. It's not going anywhere. Just so it kind of blends in a little bit, kind of looks like one wrap. And I'm not gonna lie, my wraps tend to look a little bit messy when I'm doing this. And I'm sure if I did it more often, I'd have more practice. But then I think, you know what? Wasn't there a time where the messy wraps were really in? Let's bring that back because that was my comfort zone, you guys. The messy wraps were like, I think they called them bird nest wraps or something like that. But that was my thing. I enjoyed that. All right, so that's how you do that. I will go ahead and do one more and I'll do the rest of them off camera so that way I don't bore you. And then that way you can still see me do another one, but not have to watch me do all of them. All right, so we're gonna put our wire through. We're gonna have a long piece and a short piece. So bring our long piece up like we're making a triangle and bring our short piece up. Get them as close to the bead as you can. And you can even use your thumb to do this part, to just bend your wire straight up, okay? And then just take your other little wire and just give it a couple wraps around So this is just gonna hold it in place for you, just to make it nice and secure. If you get them uneven, it's okay. You can go back and squish them down with your pliers. All right, so there you go. That's what it looks like. Then we can go ahead and trim that right off. I know some of you are like super big pros with this kind of stuff. I am not. I need more practice. I need to try a little bit harder to practice wire wrapping anything, really. All right, so now let's go ahead and make our loop. So then if you remember, we want to remember how we want our leaf to face, right? If it's just a round bead, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all, but because these have a direction, you want it to be facing the right direction. So then we're just gonna start making our loop. Okay. Then once we get it across like that, we're gonna leave it open because we're going to put it directly on our chain. And so our chain's right here. Let's just go ahead and skip one. Let's skip two. And then put him directly on there and hang on to it with our bent nose pliers. Okay, and then just go ahead and give it a nice wrap. And again, however you wrap it, it's totally up to you. You know, if you like to do a lot of wrapping, if you like to do just a couple, just to secure it in place, that's all up to you. Your design is your design, no matter what. All right, so there we go. All right, and now we can just go ahead and cut that one off. Like so, we'll set that aside. And just squish down our little end so we don't snag on anything. Okay, so that's what we have so far. All right, I am going to go ahead and we're gonna do our other ones that we have. Well, no, we should probably finish the leaves first. Let me go ahead and pause this. I'll do the other leaves real quick, get them on here, and then we'll be ready to put some other things on here. And like I said, in order to fill this in really nice, I think I only want to go to right about here, but we can add other things if we want to. I just really want it to be nice and full. So I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back and I got all my little leaves hung on here, and that actually looks really cute. It looks really pretty together. So I put my clasp on the one end because I'm like, I need to be able to keep track of my ends here. So now we have these, and we're going to go ahead and put these on as well. And I want the leaves to hang like this because I want you to be able to see, like, kind of have them all going in the same direction. But then I kind of feel like this needs a little something right here, right? It just looks a little empty. So, well, you know, maybe it won't be a big deal because we're gonna wire wrap it. Yeah, probably be a big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and do a wrapped loop here. Let's see how it looks once we get it on there. And the brace is gonna be so filled in that I don't think it's really gonna matter much. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it right onto our chain. You know, let's put it right here. So I'm just leaving the loop open like before just to go ahead and put it on there. And I'm using my round nose pliers to grab my loop. I know that's probably like a big no-no, but I'm doing it because I can get in that little space a lot easier. And then we're just going to do a wrap. Okay, we don't need a lot because we just need it to be secure, and cut it off. Being careful not to crack or scratch my bead. All right. Okay, and then we have a few more. Oh, that's weird. These two got like fused together. That's really strange. Okay, we'll put that aside. I've never seen that happen before. All right, so let's go ahead and do this leaf. Lucy sees something out the window. What do you see, little girl? What do you see, huh? Lucy. There we go. Hey, quit scratching at the screen. You're not going to get out. I'm not going to let you out. She thinks she's going to get out. All right, so let's do this next leaf here. I think there must be like another cat from the neighborhood out here. We have a couple people that have indoor-outdoor cats, and one we always say is her boyfriend because he comes, hangs out in the morning, and she like chatters at him from the living room window, and he just hangs out there, and he'll come over like a few times, and he's a really friendly cat. He lives right across the street, but he likes to come hang out and check out Lucy because she's a pretty girl. And she wants to go play with him. She's like, there's a cat out here that I want to talk to. All right. All I can say is, good thing I fixed all my animals because I'm not about to like have any kittens. As much as I would love them, I just do not want that nightmare. Having like a litter of kittens running around my house right now. I can't even imagine what that would be like. It'd be crazy is what it would be. Because you know how naughty little kittens can be when they're, especially when there's like a whole group of them. They're just so naughty. Like climbing everything, getting into everything, but they're so darn cute. Oh my gosh, they're just so cute. I am a sucker for any like baby animals. Like I mean, I love animals anyway, but whenever you look at a baby animal, and I don't care what animal it is, it's adorable. Baby elephants are so cute. You know, just everything baby is really cute. Except for baby spiders. I don't think those are cute. I don't like spiders at all. But God did make them for a reason, and the reason is good. You know, they do help keep the insect population down, the mosquitoes and flies and stuff like that. So they are helpful. As much as I hate to say it, they are. All right, so we got one more of these leaves, and then we have some little bellflowers that we're going to hang on. So this is going to be nice and filled in. I don't think we're going to need to add anything else, but you know, we'll wait and see after we get it on our wrist too, once we get the rest of it strung, to see if we need to add anything else. Sometimes it's just a matter of putting something on to see if it works for you. You know what I mean? All right, so there's that one. And then let's just put him over, let's see. How about right here? Hey, Miss Lucy, what are you doing, sweet girl? Did your friend leave? Huh? Did your little friend leave? There we go. Do you want back out? All right, I'm gonna let her out and I'll be right back. Okay guys, sorry about that. I'm back and we'll go ahead and finish doing this. We're almost done. We're gonna just hang those little bellflowers on here. We only have 5 of them, so they should go pretty quick. Oh, they're so cute. Very teeny tiny. They're really, really pretty. And it's really about the only pink we're gonna have in this. It's just these little tiny bellflowers. The rest is gonna be a lot of green and gold. So I didn't do a countdown day for you. So today's Thursday. So it's 9 days. And I'm looking forward to it. So we're down to the single digits now, and we're getting closer. Tomorrow's Friday, and then the weekend, the weekend always flies. Like, I have plans on Saturday to go hang out with Dana for a little bit in Grand Rapids, and we're just gonna go do our normal stuff. We like to go eat it on the border and go to Woodland Mall and just kind of chum around and hang out, and probably do a little bit of shopping, but not much. I do need to go to Bath and Body Works. My mom's out of hand soap, and I love their hand soap, so I definitely need to go there. But and I want to also pick up some travel size shower gels and lotions, so that way I have the travel size stuff. Just pick up a couple of my favorites. And so we'll do that for a little bit, and then I'll come home. I'll probably go grocery shopping. Either that or I'll have groceries delivered tomorrow, probably. That way I don't have to worry about it. And Shane's gonna go to the meat market tomorrow and pick up meat for the week, and then I'll come home Saturday and we'll have dinner and relax. And then Sunday I'm hoping to get some things accomplished, get the house kind of straightened up, and maybe get a couple more videos done in the afternoon, stuff that Chris can kind of hold under his belt for, while I'm gone. I plan on trying to take a couple short little videos here and there of different things that we're doing, and then kind of compile them together to give you guys, like, and I'll send it all to Chris so that you guys can see the fun things that we've done. And okay, the chain was open a little bit. Sorry about that. All right. So I got distracted by the chain, but we have 3 more left. You can see my wheels were turning. I'm sure I'm like, what's going on there? All right. We don't want that to happen for sure. And I'm just kind of putting these on wherever I think we need a little bit of something. I don't have any rhyme or reason to how I'm putting these on. I just want to fill in the blanks. Just fill them in. There we go. Two more. Sometimes I feel like once I get in the groove, it goes pretty fast. But then I look at the time when I'm all done. I'm like, oh, that took me forever. But I think it's more like just time goes by when you're having fun, and I'm having fun when I'm doing this kind of stuff. So, and hanging out with you guys, even though we can't talk, I know that you're listening to what I say right now, and maybe even typing up a response to something or a question, and it's really nice. I enjoy it. It's such a great community that we have. I made so many friends with you guys along the way, and I'm hoping to, really create some good, relationships with each and every one of you. And don't be afraid to find me on social media or send me an email or whatever. I will actually respond. I do apologize, like, just so you guys know, my jewelry one has that automated, like, we will be with you shortly. I can't get it turned off. I've tried so many things, but at least it's something that, because it'll remind me too that, hey, there's somebody waiting for your response, if in case I don't see it, because I actually have to switch accounts to go from one to the other. And if I'm on have one of the accounts like open, I won't see that somebody sent me a message on the other one. So I got to be more diligent, I think, too, about going back and forth and trying to check to see, so I'm not ignoring anybody. So if you don't get a response, or if you see that I end up reading something but I didn't say anything, don't be afraid to say, hey, did you do one of those things where you opened it, read it, thought you responded, but got distracted and walked away? Because I do that sometimes. Don't be afraid to say something to me like, hey, I had a question for you. Did you not see it? So, yeah, don't be afraid to do that. I won't get offended. All right. So now we have all of our little dangles on here. Let me make sure that's all on the, there we go. Okay, so we have all those. And now we're gonna do the stringing part. So let me get that off to the side. And I want the same size jump ring on this side here. So there we go. I'm using, I think it's about an 8mm jump ring. But I don't want to string it right onto the chain because it doesn't look like that chain. It looks like the cord would like just slip right through that chain, even though I have it closed. But my jump ring won't because my jump ring's wider. So we're going to use the jump ring and just make sure we have it nice and closed. All right, so this is how much we have. So it's just under halfway around my wrist, right? Including the clasp, but we still have some more to go. Let me grab my wire. The spool is almost done. So we're gonna pull off, well, might as well just pull off the rest of it because whatever we don't use, I'm sure we'll use for earrings or something else later. All right, so let's get a couple of these little crimp tubes out. So we need a couple of those. And I apologize, you know, every time we do this, the cats, I'm telling you. Come on, now that's it, Lucy, you stay in now. Don't be so silly. All right, okay, so we have our beading wire that we're going to use, and we're going to put it in our jump ring. Just like that. Oops, I forgot to put my crimp tube on. So let's get that on underneath that. Okay, let's put our crimp tube on. You know, somebody had told me the one day that I did something really, like I did a really good unboxing or something, and it was really early in the morning. And I don't remember who it was. Please make yourself known in the comments. But I went to comment on it. I don't know if I actually commented on it or not, or if I read it and I kind of chuckled, because she said, this was by far your best unboxing. She says, I think you're a morning person. And I truly am a morning person. After work, I'm kind of like, I'm like fried. And I shouldn't even be doing anything with anything sharp. So I just, I'm like, my brain is melting. Everything is just kind of done. All right, so there we go. And now we can go ahead and string on some of our beads. So we're just gonna dive right in, and let's do these. But you know what, I have some spacers, so I want some spacers. Those have the really big hole. Let's see if we can add, I think we'll add one of these, just add a little bit of white to it at the end there. See how this looks. I just don't want my spacer going over top of my crimp tube. I don't like that. Hold the phone. I think what we can do, maybe we use a couple of these because these are really pretty. So let's use a couple of these too. And those were the citrine large faceted beads. So let's use a citrine large faceted bead right here. And put that one all the way down to the end. Okay, so we have that. And then I want to use one of these little spacers, just like a little round disc one. If you have daisy spacers, that works too. And then let's put this one in. I love the floral design on these gold barrel beads. These are so pretty. Such a beautiful like design and color. Now we may not use double of each bead, but I just pulled out what we had left because I don't know how much bracelet I'm gonna need to make for this side. Are you trying to get in there, Lucy? Hi, what are you doing? And then let's go ahead and do this green one. I'm gonna put that right there. That looks pretty next to that. And let's use a gold spacer. And let's use our aventurine faceted gemstone. And let's do another gold spacer. And let's see where that brings us because we have one of each one of those beads. So I want to see where this ends up. Okay, so we're basically done here, okay? So this basically done. So what I'm going to do then is we're not going to really use this one, and that's okay because I will find something for that beautiful bead. But we will put another one of these citrine beads on the end here. And we're going to go ahead and finish off this end. And this is going to be for our clasp. So we're going to have this big jet ring for our clasp. So let's put on our crimp tube and see, I actually have enough of this wire probably for another bracelet. And then let's put on our jump ring. You knocking stuff over, little girl? What are you doing? All right, and then let's feed this through a couple beads. All we need to do is go maybe right up through the spacer, and that should be fine. And then just pull that through. Careful not to twist it because it will kick up on you. There we go. And just pull that in gently so that you have about the same size of a loop as you have on the other end. Oh, that was too far, Jody. Just wiggle it back out a little bit. There we go. I was getting a little bit too excited there. Okay, so now we have that and we can go ahead and crimp that off. Nice crimp. And then we'll trim off our tail, get as close to that bead as we can. There we go. Didn't think it was going to do anything for a minute there. And let's put this on and see. Oh yeah, that's going to fit nice. All right, but now I kind of am looking at this spot over here and I'm like, well, we have this like little spot here that needs some attention, right? So maybe we take like one of these flowers. One of those beautiful check glass flowers. And one of these beautiful check glass flowers and put them on here. What do you think? Kind of like another dangle, little charms. So let's put him on. I think they can hang right on there and it would look really darling. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll just add a little bit more to that. See, that's why I'm saying you never really, you think you're done, but then you see something like, wait a minute, I need to fill that in because that needs some love. And then you can give it some love and it will look really cute when it's all done. Whoop, if I can hang on to it. Okay. And let's just get that trimmed off and tuck it in. There. Now we just have our other flower, and we'll put them on this side. Actually, I probably could use more. I could probably use another one and do the other flower over here. You know what? Let's go big or go home, right? So we have one here, and let's do the other one on the opposite side over here. Let's just do this, you guys. We're doing it. We're gonna make this bold and beautiful. All right, so we need another head pin. And see, this is what I like. So I thought I would be done with my design. I thought, you know, that's it, done, okay. And then I look at it and I say, there's opportunity here. We can make this even more beautiful than what it already is. And then take advantage of that opportunity and make your changes or do your additions. Work of art takes time, right? So don't pressure yourself on having to be fast at everything, and you don't have to be fast. There we go. All right, and then let's do the same thing on this side, but opposite. There we go. I'm really going through the beads over here. There's not gonna be a lot left of this one. I'm gonna have to do a couple of pairs of earrings because I don't think I've really done very many earrings for this, but I think we need a few pairs of earrings in this box. And you know, we'll figure something out. There's always something that we can do. And I still have some rose-shaped rose quartz that I need to use, that I really want to use. So I think that'll be probably another bracelet. So my friend Jamie, her birthday is the 26th, so it's the day before we leave for our vacation. And she loves like my handmade stuff. So I know she loves plants. So I'm gonna make her a couple of those little caterpillars for her plants. And I'm gonna make her, she loves sea turtles. So I have some really cute sea turtle stuff, and I'm gonna make her a really cute ankle bracelet. I have a really pretty sea turtle pendant, like a small pendant that I can hang from it. And I know that she would really love to have an ankle bracelet, probably going on vacation. It would be really fun to wear. So I'm gonna make her that for her birthday and surprise her with it when we go get our toes done on Friday. I think I'm looking forward to my toes, almost having my pedicure done, probably almost as much as vacation. I don't usually splurge on pedicures. I'll probably get 2 this year because I'll have one for vacation, and then I'll probably have one before Jacob and Devin's wedding because I have open-toed shoes and I just don't want my feet to be a hot mess. So I will probably splurge for that then, but I don't do it very often. So when I do it, I like to do it. All right, so there is our bracelet, our asymmetrical, half dangly, half strung bracelet, and it looks adorable. I'm gonna try it on for you guys. Let me take off the one I'm wearing currently. Don't know if you've seen the video for this yet, but if not, you're getting a sneak peek of what's to come. All right, and let's go ahead and put this on. So these oversized clasps, you can get like a mixed metals set on Amazon. I think you get like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 for like $12.99. It's a really good deal. All right, so here's the little floopy side. That looks pretty. And look, see, now that's all filled in, and that looks so much nicer than just having like a jump ring there. And then here's the other side. This looks really nice. Very clean looking, And then you get chaos over here. You're like, whoa, what is that? It's like party over here. It's like the mullet of bracelets. It's like all business in the front and a party in the back, y'all. It's awesome. Look at that. All right, I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to get Sam's bead box, all you have to do is click on the link that I have in the description of this video. And then if you want to save $5 on your first box, just use the promo code Jody, and then you'll save $5 and they'll ship it to you, and you'll get some beautiful high quality beads. And I have actually made a lot of things from this box so far. And I have decided that when I am done using this box, I will do a showcase of everything I made, so you can really see the value of each box that I get. And I have not done one for Sam's, I don't think. Maybe I did do one time when I first got it, but I have not done one for Sam's in a long time. But I think it's really important for you guys to be able to see everything that you can make and do with the box. All right, everybody, I hope you have a blessed evening, and I'm going to get all this over to Chris and relax for a little bit before I head off to bed. Good night, everybody.